in the throat of uncertainty. Welcome back to the second episode of Radiant Resilience. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm Guillermo, an entrepreneur who's faced bankruptcy and a heart attack, but continues to live life on my own terms. The summer of 2010 found me grappling with questions about my health and my future. I was in the throes of writing another chapter of my autobiography, contemplating the potential psychosomatic connections of my ailments. Was my high blood pressure stress-related or genetically caused? Was I really as satisfied with my life as I imagined? One day, while I was typing away on my laptop, I suddenly had to cough and spit up fresh, bright red blood. I suspected this might be one of the side effects of the nicotinic acid pills known as neospan that I was taking to keep my blood lipids in check. You see, I had been dealing with a slightly swollen throat and a foreign body sensation that I hadn't paid much attention to before. A few days later, I noted in my diary, "Today again this lump in my throat with mucus so that I also spit blood." This has been going on for about 2 weeks. I assume it is a side effect of the niospan. According to the internet, it could be a harmless inflammation of the throat, but it could also be cancer of the larynx. Unfortunately, I often have the most blatant diagnoses, so I will ask for an appointment with Professor Mulch tomorrow. A few days later, I got the all clear. Professor Mulch discovered nothing at all and couldn't imagine that the niospan would have any influence on it. Another allergy test was done, and lo and behold, I am not allergic to anything. He couldn't get a good look at the larynx because I had to gag when I was supposed to say he, but he didn't suggest any further examinations. So I was advised to relax. After the weight of my health concerns was lifted by this diagnosis, I found myself in a state of relief. It was during this time that I had a rendezvous with Laura. She had come by to print out some application documents and convert them into a PDF. Once we finished, we decided to unwind at Piazza Michelangelo, a cozy restaurant tucked away in the heart of Berlin's Wilmersdorf district. Over a meal, Laura began to share more about her life. She spoke of her love for her neighbor, her desire to spend her life with him, and the challenges they had faced. She confessed about 2-month separation during the previous summer when she felt he wasn't making the necessary changes in his life. During this time, she was briefly involved with Tom while on the island of Sylt in the North Sea. Our conversation naturally veered towards our plans for the finca. Laura seemed open to the idea of setting it up together, visiting 2-3 times a year, but she was clear. She didn't want us to be in a relationship. She envisioned a metaphorical wall between our lives, where each of us would have our own space, possibly even other romantic interests. Yet she admitted this boundary might be flexible as she hinted at a possibility of jealousy. Initially, I found her remarks hard to digest. But when I reminded her of past instances when her actions had not matched her words, she couldn't deny it. This brought back painful memories from a time when she had told me to forget her, because she was involved with a man she later labeled as a stalker. I was at the finca still carrying feelings for her. That's just a snippet of the whirlwind of events that took place during the summer of 2010. Life is indeed filled with twists and turns, and all we can do is embrace the journey. Join me next time as we explore what it means to live in uncertainty and the role resilience plays in navigating our health and our lives. Remember, we are not defined by our circumstances, but by how we respond to them. This is Guillermo, signing off.